The Senate Judiciary Committee hearings have started. This is the process to ultimately confirm Judge Barrett to the U.S. Supreme Court, and how great of a day that will be. Now, we've got to go through the Senate Judiciary Committee. That will be the opening statements today, and then we'll finally, towards the end of the day, hear from Judge Barrett herself. But first, it's all 22 senators get to speak. It's the makeup of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Than. We have 12 Republicans because they are the majority party. Senator Graham is the chair, and 10 Democrats. So that when it comes down to the vote, it's a majority vote on the Senate Judiciary Committee that then moves it to Mitch McConnell's hand to handle, then bring it to the floor of the Senate. Senator Graham, he joined us on Friday, remember, live on the broadcast. This is part of his opening statement as chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee today.
There's nothing unconstitutional about this process. This is a vacancy that's occurred through a tragic loss of a great woman, and we're going to fill that vacancy with another great woman. The bottom line here is that the Senate is doing its duty constitutionally.
What are the Democrats going to do with that ABA rating of well-qualified that you mentioned? Because I'm just here to tell you, while it's not the gold standard for me, I actually think it's fairly hard for someone who's not a hard left radical activist to get that well-qualified rating. That's just how impressive Judge Barrett was to the ABA. And let me just give you a couple of quotes. Senator Schumer and Senator Leahy have both called the ABA rating the gold standard. And Joe Biden, when he was in the Senate, Jordan, he said he didn't give anybody else's rating more credence than the ABA. They say that Judge Barrett is well qualified.
Senator Blumenthal today, he's taken the two nastiest shots, I think, so far at Judge Barrett.
Senate Republicans are refusing to address American health care or COVID-19 or economic relief because they care more about putting an extremist ideological judge on the bench. Sadly, it's not just the Affordable Care Act that's at stake. It's a woman's right to decide when and how to have a family, control over her own body. An activist judge on the bench doing what Congress could not do.
If you look at Senator Blumenthal, who has a distinguished, if strange, relationship with the truth, he is making up his own facts, A, with respect to the coronavirus, and secondly, with respect to the decisions that Amy Coney Barrett will reach. None of us really know why, because she is a textualist. She is a conservative. She is an originalist in the mold of Antonin Scalia.
Special Advisor for National Security and Foreign Policy, former Acting Director of National Intelligence and U.S. Ambassador to Germany. Also spent, was it 11 years? 10, yeah. 11 years at the State Department. Our special advisor, the ACLJ, Rick Rennell.
Live and in person in the
studio with us.
This is amazing.
Reading from John Brennan's own notes, the CIA director, and we know this is after July 28th, 2016, so right in the heart of the election, last election, presidential election. We're getting additional insight into Russian action from, and that's all redacted, but then he's citing alleged approval by Hillary Clinton of a proposal on July 28th by her foreign policy advisor to vilify Donald Trump by stirring up a scandal. These are John Brennan's own words. By stirring up a scandal into the Russian and tying the campaign to the Russian security service to distract from the issue with her server. The people listed that are briefed here are POTUS, so that's Obama, J.C. Comey, Dennis McDonough, the White House
Chief of Staff.
Yeah, White House Chief of Staff, and then Susan Rice, the National Security Advisor.
I think our listeners need to understand that there were people in the beginning who said this is baloney. Those voices, your government did work. Career intelligence officials saw this and said this is Russian propaganda and baloney, but those voices were silenced and their statements classified and pushed away by the political appointees under Obama. And this is where I think what we have to be honest with is that it was the Obama administration that manipulated career bureaucrats, silenced them for their own political gain. Your government is weaponizing intelligence agencies to go after their political opponents. That's really scary,
Yep.
and it has to be completely open and transparent to the public as to what happened.
But it doesn't look like by election day we're going to see justice done, or even the beginning of justice being done. And that's, I know, to our audience, extremely frustrating. But I think you can help them maybe understand how difficult, even when the president tweets out declassify it all, it's like we didn't get everything that day.
Yeah.
How difficult the bureaucracy is.
The cabinet members should immediately push through and just demand that this information get off the desks of bureaucrats. And I know it creates problems where people say, oh, there's no due process, or we've had a lot of due process. It's time to declassify and put this out. And I think we have to start holding cabinet members to account. If you can't do this, then you shouldn't be there.